huge workload.
Yeah. But I think on-prem there was an option when I was reading through, and that you can change service tier setting where you
Yeah,
can expand it.
yeah, I saw that on Kaufman's blog or website is where I saw that.
Yeah.
But you can't do that online, obviously, or it's
Oh
SaaS
yeah.
version.
Online. Online there are things that are not possible still today. Okay. So yeah, it's been a while. I was busy with my sister's wedding. Finally got done with that. So I thought let's meet. Okay. So Business Center 2023 release wave one is out. Oh, what? Anybody explored anything? I haven't yet. I just came back today, I guess, more or less.
Nothing
The only
yet.
thing,
Eh,
the only thing I looked at was I started to look at those lists, like I was telling you, but I didn't create a pivot out of the list. And then there's also something in the features to turn on with like some kind of new report selection page. But when I tried to turn it on, I got an error about some kind of data conversion process or something, and I couldn't figure out what that was, and I just moved on. Those are the
Well,
only things
let's
those are the only two things I really looked at so far.
no, let's look at it. I guess I didn't get time to kind of look at it yet, but it's a feature management or something.
Yeah, it was in there. I'm guessing it's
Mm,
something to do with, how they're going from those custom report layouts to report layouts or whatever it's
Yeah,
called.
report layout selection. Okay.
Yeah.
And then what about the sales price? Did they expanded its date again? Let me see. Yeah, it went to 24 now. So no rush
Uh,
even this time for the sales price. Hmm. I thought maybe this will become something this time, but okay. Okay, let me see. What does this allow using multiple posting group for customers? Replace. Okay, this one. Use the
yeah, I try.
platform table report layout list for adding, selecting layout and report selection. Okay.
And
That's a
then
data
I,
update. Okay, so
right here's where it stopped. I didn't know what that meant.
cannot be
Data.
enabled because data update is not implemented. Oh yeah, they might bake it in the general availability. And Dan, what I think is what we were talking about, those custom report layout selection data,
Yeah.
that should move into this report layout list page once
Okay.
once this get updated.
Okay. So that just means it's not ready.
No, it's ready, but it's a preview, so they haven't
Uh,
written the upgrade code for it,
got it. Got it.
and
Okay.
they'll maybe come up with the general availability with this. And Sandeep sir and Fazan, you guys know about that, right?
Yeah, actually, I have registered for the webinar that I saw on Archer Point regarding the preview features and the launch event, basically Business Central launch event. So, and
Oh yeah,
that's
that's Microsoft.
later, yeah, later in March.
So this page, which was used before called custom report layout, where you used to create custom world layouts, you used to have RDLC layout and all that
Hmm.
data will then move to the report layouts once this feature kind of becomes enabled. And me and Dan were
Right.
talking about it in the past. So all this will get into the this one single page called report layouts. I still don't know will they change report layout selection because that seems still relevant and will should be available. But this is where all the custom layouts that you will have in your customer environment will move into this area. It'll be interesting to see how they code it, but I hope that's what that upgrade, which is not yet running, will be doing that going forward. And then I'm not sure that this page is going. I'll still have to check on the source code. But this page, report layout selection, allows you to define which layout per company. So, like for report number 2, this is the layout that is set for Kronos USA. but for my company, I can choose a different layout for the same report. So I think this will remain. I hope so. If it doesn't, I'll not be surprised, but let's see. But yeah, this one will go away. The report layout to the report layout selection. And where is that one? Which is that pivot one? Auto save. Oh, what is that one called?
What are you looking for?
The pivot one?
I think it's the second one right there. But that one, I
Oh,
think it is.
okay. Let's see this. All users enabled. And then let me log in again. You guys have noticed about this recently deleted environment, right?
Yep.
Yeah. When you now
The
delete
soft
an
reports.
environment,
Yes.
yeah, it kind of keeps it there for 7 days when the day you delete it. And then after 7 days, it'll be actually deleted. Until from the date when you deleted it, you can restore it back for next 7 days. So I deleted it on March 2nd. I can still restore it back or recover it back till March 9th. And on March 9th, it will be completely deleted from my environment list. Okay. So that is hmm,
So go to any list page.
okay.
There should be like a new button. See that button up there? It says analyze.
Oh, so let's go to customer ledger entries. That there will be some data around it, I guess. Okay, to analyze, let's remove these filters. And up here, full fledged. So now you can analyze. Okay. Hmm. Hmm.
And you can see the plus sign there. You can create additional tabs. But it seemed like you could it would just create, the same list.
Hmm.
It'd be nice
You
if you
should be
could
able
pull
to
in.
add things in row groups,
Yeah, there's
input
analysis over
customer
on the
number.
right.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm. Nice.
This
And
looks
then can
good.
you download it to Excel? Because at the end
But
of the day, everybody wants it to download to Excel.
right. So I don't know. I didn't. I'm guessing you can click the up in the right hand corner the send to Excel once you pivot, maybe, but I'm not sure.
No,
Yeah, but
no,
that
there is
will.
no option.
There's no option.
I can't see anything on the
Let's see.
screen.
I'm trying to create two views and see what happens. So when I do
Yeah.
a document, oh sorry, I can't do it from here. Let's see a document type view on this one, and then on this one, it's a customer number view. And then as Sandeep sir is saying, I also cannot see a option to, as in sometime we ask for so many things, but it'll be nice. As in at the end of the day, customer wants, oh, and you can rename these. Okay.
Yeah.
And does these get saved? I don't know.
I didn't really. I didn't. I closed it and opened it. It didn't seem to save, but I might not have really done it right or something.
Okay. That shows you the total, shows you the filtered, and oh, so you can actually have new field in the sum values also. Let me see if I delete the
Yeah,
sales
just like a
column.
typical what. This is nice.
This is nice, at least for
Yeah.
people, and then they
Yeah.
can filter it. Okay. Hmm. That saves a lot
Well,
of time.
last couple of years I've been working with another ERP called. It was earlier called as Open ERP. Odoo.
Okay.
They do this thing for all their list pages. So by default, and then you can add like Microsoft has provided measures for both rows and columns.
Yeah, the beauty of being on Business Central is the features between Exapta, Navision are kind of flowing across. Any product from Microsoft right now in in business and SaaS, the features are can be easily ported from Microsoft from one product to other, which is nice. I'm waiting when they will bring this company based on a region. I think that's available in AL, right? Oh, sorry, AX, right? Where per company you can decide which localization you want to run.
Yeah, I think so. What's it do if you
Okay,
click that pivot mode? See that just to the right
it's
of your
in the
cursor?
pivot. Oh, so it just shows you the sums and then it shows you the grouped data, like Excel group data. If you
I
do
see.
a pivot board, it just shows you the sum of it. And then what is three? Is three the count of customers that are in there? Yeah, or entries within this loop. Okay, so it sums up the fields that you have.
Can you
Put it
create
in there.
sub-hierarchy? Can
Let's
we
do
group
it
it by
here. Yeah,
customer date? Yeah.
let me see. This is invoice, and then let me try putting customer into it if I can. Okay. Yes, it seems so. Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Somehow Microsoft give it to Excel. As in, not we, customers will love it. And then they should have something. Let me see. On a separate window, does it allow me to do that or not? Otherwise, it's Excel altogether, right? So I should be able to copy paste, but then let me try that also. Yeah, that'll be.
Let me
I'll
upgrade
just.
the instance with the real data.
You can't, right? Because it's preview.
Ah,
You'll have to. Yeah, it's a preview, so you can just play with the Cronus data at this moment.
Yeah,
Yeah, I have doubts how this will bake in with huge data sets. Let's see.
yeah. Take 5 weeks.
Yeah, so like opening it on a separate tab is kind of killing it. Oh man. Okay. I should not have clicked here and there. Next, what I want to see is does it save it or is just a view that's open when you are there?
Yeah, and see like where you'd save it. Unless it just saves it
Right.
automatically.
Come on. Okay, the whole server is down. It seems right now, but okay. This seems to explore. So it'll apply to any list page, even if I uh, create a custom page. It seems. So that way, that'll make it easier. I was reading somewhere, and let me open this. That oh, you can also do a column grouping into this, I guess. And I don't know how that will shape up, but let's see once this opens. Hmm. What's happening to this guy? So Sandeep sir, when you're busy, that you didn't had a look on what's new.
well, I did had a look, but most of the things are functional, so and
Okay,
technical. I did wasn't
okay,
able to try it.
mm,
March anyway is
makes
busy.
sense, makes sense. Oh yeah, March is always busy. But then if this becomes a thing, and if this starts working with the actual data, do we need to create these crazy reports that we used to do? Because now think it from that perspective that if this thing starts working, then do we actually have to create those reports, crazy reports, as an until unless it cannot be downloaded? I think that's maybe coming in the next version. Let's go into analyze, and it did remember my view. Okay, so it remembers my view at least. I don't know is it shared across or not. But then one more thing that I was seeing somewhere when I was reading about it yesterday is I should be somehow able to, wow, select things and do
And
just
it, wow,
submission of it.
that's nice.
This is good.
Yeah,
This
that's
is good, right? Nice.
uh,
This is nice.
yeah.
Okay. And then you can somehow reading it that you can do the column row group, and I think there should be a column group somewhere. Uh, is
And they
this
have
one
not
the
provided the switching the views, the rows into column. That would have been nice.
yeah, but then and see this is row group, but why this is a big page or what? Let me why this is not going out because that'll be interesting to see. Should I do it on a simple list maybe? Okay, here it is. Let's go back to analyze and then it should be full page now. When I get into columns, oh, I have column labels also. So I can, instead of doing a group on, let's click one more view. And this time, let's do a, why this is getting hidden? It's hiding
Um,
automatically.
can you click on this search button
This one?
before minus button before search? The small button before search, which has
This
got
one. This is,
this the dash sign. Yeah. Can we minimize these things, the row groups and all this?
no, I guess this is for field selection, all field selection, none field selection. That is for that.
There's and the at the end of the name on the list page, if you click that down arrow, there's more ability to filter and over to the left. So right after analysis 3, see that down arrow?
Yeah,
If you click on that, there's more functionality under there. Why does mine look different?
that may be based on the different list, I guess. Maybe
Uh,
not. But I
oh,
just want to try this.
I'm sorry. It's on the it's to the left of the column name. If you click to the left of the column name, there'll be like the 3 bars. The one row down.
Oh, here. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
there's
Give me a
more.
second.
And then it looks like you can set a filter as well in the middle there. And then the
Yeah, something. Hmm. Let me try to drag a column here. Okay, can I do that? No. Drag here the set of column labels. Where are the column labels? I can't see the column labels. Let me reduce this to everything that I need. Customer name, description, department, customer number. I don't need all these groups. Man. Oh, because I clicked on that button, which Sandeep said. That's why all these things are here. But if I add the customer number, does it add to group Y? I don't need the customer number here. I need it here.
Can you put customer number into column labels? In fact, yeah, customer numbers. Just drag it from row groups to column labels.
I can't for some reason. And let me revert it back to, oh, because there are some values, maybe that's why there are no columns visible. Okay, now there is nothing. So if I add customer number, that automatically comes as a group. Then what it is grouping on, I don't know. And then can I drag this? No, I cannot. And I don't know why. But at this point, when you create a new view, it just shows you all
Mm.
the column and then numeric values are summed up automatically. Okay, let me move it a little bit up. Can this one go up? Oh man, the list is huge. Where is the column grouping? A little bit not that easy. Mhm.
Just try to minimize the browser, then it might come. Uh,
No, still, use a simple
no,
list, maybe the customer list. That will have a space. Okay. Here. No, I'll have to put something in the row for sure before I get into it, it seems. Okay. Let's try one more time. If it happens, we'll not waste time otherwise. And I'll have to read about it, but that's okay. Analyze. It remembers my view. This is by document type and by numbers. Coming back here, I don't see this, but can I drag this in? Where to drag? That's the problem. Hmm.
can you enable this pivot mode?
No. Oh, yeah. Oh, thank
Then
you. Can I drag it from here to here? Oh, yeah, I can. So now when I do that, what it does all these summations per customer wise. Okay, let me remove the weird ones and keep the minimum ones so that we can see the output.
uh, now it becomes a proper pivot.
Right? That's what is needed. Okay, let's see. We want to just see the amounts and amount dollar for each customer based on document type. So now it becomes a pivot with invoices for customer number 1000, some value is this, and then the total is zero.
The thing just figured out is if you select, like you can select cells and drag them. I mean, like you can go across columns as well. And then if you select
Oh,
that and do, if you select a bunch of cells, if you do Control C, then you can paste it into Excel, all the cells you select.
oh, okay. Let's try that. Can I do a control A? Oh, I can actually do a control A.
Yeah. And
Copy it.
then, yeah. And then you can paste it into Excel.
That's interesting. Now we are talking without headers for sure, but okay, still good.
And,
Can I not even select the headers also? Let me see. Ah, no, that goes bad. Control A. No.
You have to wait till they provide us export to Excel.
Or we'll have to identify how this is working so that we can build Excel.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, what's needed is Excel. Yeah, well, that's still fine. That still looks good. This is nice.
Saurav,
I'll
try
have
to
good.
inspect the page. Let's see what page this is running.
That's very good. But I
Control
think
Alt F1.
it's a .NET component somewhere. I don't think it's a normal page. Inspect page and
Yeah.
data.
It should be normal page with a, yeah, normal
Yeah,
page.
it just says normal page, but then this control is not normal. What I'm trying to say. I'll tell you the page number as it is because it's kind of played with this button. And I haven't created a Docker environment, but I'll do after this call maybe.
It
And we'll
seems to
see
be
the
system
page code.
feature, right?
Yeah,
This must be a system feature. So I don't know if this will have some coding behind it.
but this, yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe that's true. Because it seems to me that I don't think that it's possible without a .NET component. I'm pretty sure that there is a .NET component behind it. And if it is done via code,
Something
I
like the search
doubt.
functionality
Right, something
or
like
the
that.
filter
And
functionality.
yeah, like you cannot hide the search button in the same way. I guess you can't hide the analyze button. I'm hoping so. I'll have to read it. But this looks nice. Okay.
On
And
premise,
then
you
it,
can hide search.
oh, by in the config file of your web client, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then what are these? These are different kind of filters that you can apply. Hmm. Okay. Oh, what is this? Date? This is not a column in BC. What is this? Can I expand this? Nice. Okay. Date month. Okay. Date quarter. So for each date field, they are splitting it into three areas like posting date year wise, quarter wise, month wise. So if you are analyzing posting dates for quarter one, you can just do that, which is a business case. That makes sense. That you should give that flexibility to split the date into different months and years and all. But yeah, as Sandeep sir said, let's test it once the GA is available to see how it actually reacts on actual data, because that will prove uh, the value of it more or less. Okay, that's one thing which is getting so much buzz that I was able to follow here and there on internet. And then the other things which are there is they said something about file upload dialog. I was reading on the notes somehow somewhere.
They have given some drag and drop option in the attachments.
Oh man, that's great if they have done that because that makes it
Uh,
so easier.
can we see?
Yeah, I'm just trying to get out of the. Oh, I can't. Oh, okay. Do I need to go back to normal mode? And where it fails, I'll have to report it. Because once you are in this page, it freezes. And I don't know why, but it does. Yeah, it froze. Exit page, let exit. It kills it. I guess they need to fix these issues, but that's okay. That's why the preview is. And as a candidate, should start reporting these issues. I'll do my best. And let's see about that upload dialog. Is it here on the attachments? Here, detail, attachment, links. Okay, not here. Can I add oh, link is link. Okay. Oh, okay, this one? I thought they, okay, that
Oh,
makes sense. That's,
so they added it inside there, huh?
Something to
but
laugh.
let's think about it. But what else is where you can only upload documents here, right? At this point, from the standard product where I'm saying.
Yeah.
And then we can
But
surely
it should
take
be
this
drag and
project.
drop. It
It's
should
drag and
be
drop.
drag and drop on the front, na? Not here. On the front, in the fact box.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but then
That's how
whatever is
Zeta
written
used to
here,
do.
yeah, that there are so many partners who does that right now.
Mm.
There is this Insight Work free extension
Yeah.
for doc extender. They add it automatically, or yeah,
Yeah.
doc extend. That's called.
Yeah.
But
The other
it would
thing I
have been
liked
better in
about
a
that
fact
is,
box. Sorry,
yeah,
Gordon.
yeah, I was just gonna say the InsightWorks one is kind of nice because it is out there on the main page, and
Yeah,
you can also map it to SharePoint, and it'll move the file to SharePoint and add a link inside BC. That's kind of neat too. If you don't want to actually have the
yeah.
documents inside here.
The only problem is that it creates a folder for each
Yeah.
card. You know, so if you're adding 5 documents, there is a separate folder for this. If you're adding two
Right.
documents, separate folder, which maybe makes sense to automatically do it and then have the link stored. But yeah, some customer don't like that approach. They just
Yeah.
want
Yeah.
all the customer in one place or all the links at one place. Okay, so this was not something that we were excited about because it's inside here, and we'll have to see how we can bring this outside. But this doesn't seem a .NET component, but it will be because when it allows you to select multiple file, that BC code, the point I read, is not possible to where you can select multiple file. Let me see if I can actually select multiple files. Let me see. Somewhere I'll have some 10 files here and there. Okay. Okay, I'm selecting 2 files, dragging them here, uploading oh man. Oh, then it's a BC code. Okay. Then it's not .NET or JavaScript. It's just plain BC code because you cannot upload multiple files, which is bad. No man.
When did
Yeah.
Microsoft start using please?
What?
When did Microsoft started using please?
I don't know. Please select only one
Please
file.
select only one file.
I don't like this. As in, that's okay. It's of no use. If you can just drag one file, then what's the point? As in, if I have to upload
Yeah,
50 documents and I'm doing it one by one. Nah.
yeah, 2 stars.
Okay. Okay, let's open the release note if we are missing something that we can look at. Um, this something that I'll have to read because I'm working on it these days. Let's see what I get out of it. Because and let me ask everyone a question because that was something interesting. When we create a flow in Power Automate for workflows, it generates some webhook events. Sorry, webhook calls between Business Central and Power Automate. I'm still trying to figure out how you can create your webhook actions, your as in customized webhook actions. Because whatever I'm trying to do is limiting me what Microsoft is doing, and I'm still trying to figure out how you create those. What we call them, not workflow, but these are webhooks. Yeah. So that's new. Anybody worked on webhooks?
Explored it, but since it was now not needed in the project, so we stopped it. And this basically what it does is it gives just an intimation that something has changed and go and pick the data, something of that sort. Like Microsoft
Yeah.
has implemented this thing for um, all the events of modify insert. They
Yeah.
do publish it to the Dataverse.
Right. Because the only difference between if I try to create a custom workflow in Power Automate and I use Microsoft template that we do, right? The beauty is that when you create a custom action, it pops up a window where you'll have to click on a button to send actually it for approval, right? But the idea is that I should be able to mimic it the way Microsoft is doing it, that whenever you add a workflow, it automatically adds it here and it kind of feels like a BC thing. Let me tell you what I'm trying to. Okay. Where is my flow? New template. Okay. Yeah. So when you do Business Central search here, okay, let me zoom this in. Uh, so just to take an example, if I do a purchase invoice thing, uh, it checks the connections and all, and then it should connect and then continue. Now, when I try to do this here, then I'm trying to set up this, and then I say that it not goes there, it goes to my BC22 preview, and the company is Cronus USA. Document type invoice, status open, and that's it. This is BC22 preview again. So what we see here is this API category called workflow endpoint, where there is this page API. These different API pages are being exposed. To be fair, they are not part of the API extension from Microsoft. This is not my problem. I guess I can tackle this part. The problem actually comes here when it tries to approve or reject a document. You see these two actions, workflow approve and workflow reject. And these are the webhooks. And how I know that these are webhooks, because that's what I see when I complete this here. Let me try to save it if I can. What happened? Assign to is required. Okay. Okay. Let's save this. Anything else missing? No, nothing. Seems so. Okay. So now if I go back to my business central, where I was seeing nothing on the workflows, it'll automatically understand that for this company and for this environment, I have done something on the Power Automate side, and it will create a workflow inside Business Central, which will not be a standard workflow that you see. It is a Power Automate workflow, which have a different set of steps than a standard workflow, which is the first one is more or less same. When it is requested, it adds a record restriction and it does other stuff pending approval. And then it does this, send a request notification to webhook. And then these all are based on webhooks. So the beauty of this approach is when I try to send a purchase document for approval and I click on send approval request, that will be treated as a native business central action, will not be treated as a Power Automate action. But when I try to do a Power Automate on a page like this one, and if I try to create a new Power Automate flow, it'll add a button here. When I click on that button, it pops up a window for confirmation, and then I have to click again. So I'll have to do two to three clicks before I actually send my document for approval. So I don't know how they are doing this, but this is interesting. Somehow, that's what I guess I need right now to understand how these webhooks are being talking between these two applications. Okay, sorry to deviate from what we were talking about, but this is what I'm searching these days. And they are bringing something about the Power Automate. So we'll see what happens there. More templates. Okay. What are the more templates into Power Automate? Oh, it just says several new. So I don't know what those several news are. Post adaptive card, new approval workflow with it. Okay, application. Let's first look at the development. Most of us will understand it here. Okay, back on the page and let's go country, region, expansion, development. AL Explorer. Okay, yeah, that's something we cannot test right now, right? Because the AL language extension has not yet been upgraded, or is it? I don't know. Did we see an update on AL language extension? Mhm. AL language. Still old, I guess. We'll work on 10.2. Okay, not higher than that. It it should be latest is 11. That will be released. Okay, but they are bringing an AL Explorer so that you don't have to install custom Visual Studio extension to see what objects are there, uh, to explore those objects and all if you have permissions and all. So like this, the AL Explorer, there were some other extensions available from third parties, some free, some paid extensions for VS Code. It seems you can see the source code. You can run the object from here directly from the AL Explorer. So you can just view the source code. You can bookmark objects that you're working on, and then it also helps you to creating extensions and all events. You can also see all the events on a page. That's nice because this is super time consuming at this point, but you have to go to the object and then look for the code and then see the event. Will that change something? I don't think so because I still would like to see where this action is placed. Oh, sorry, where this event is placed. Okay. Finally, the new AL Home startup button and new communication channel allowing Business Central R&D to efficiently share news and best practices. Okay, that should be good. Compiler, that's okay. Title for custom action and error dialog. Database locking behavior. This is interesting, important. Title. Okay. So this is a new addition, it seems, in the code where by default the runtime of the center will automatically determine the isolation level used while querying object in the database. A new read isolation method has been introduced. Read isolation. Okay. The value is default read committed, read uncommitted, repeatable read and update lock. So at the time of transaction, you can define which type of isolation you want, and then based on that, the locking will happen or not. If you do a update lock, then surely it will lock that record and all. Hmm. Extension that failed pre-upgrade validation, get more detail. Okay, so this is back, guys. People who are from NAV, we were missing this feature for a very long time. I don't know. It's available in SaaS, where you can debug a particular session, but it was not available on prem, I guess. Oh, it was not available in SaaS also. That's weird. But now you can, like we used to do in NAV, debug the next session kind of thing. You can now do that in your launch.json file and say which session or which user you would like to debug session of, so that it allows you to kind of understand which session you are debugging rather than just debugging the next after you try to publish or debug at that point. Okay, this is important and may not be for everyone, but people who are still on prem and want to go to SaaS, um, they are introducing this where you can now define from your on-prem environment which tables you would like to exclude or include in the cloud migration. So you don't have to take all, but I'll be surprised to see how Microsoft maintains the consistency of database, because if I say I don't want customer legitimacy, but I want customers, will it do for me? I don't know. So let's see how this shapes in. Okay. Transfer environments between Azure. That's okay. Oh, this was something that you need to request for. Can you do it yourself now? That I want to move my business tenant from East US to, let's say, Central India or wherever the Azure is available. With different Azure will be self-service scenario. Internal administrator can request an environment transfer from the source tenant and then accept the transfer to the target tenant. Okay, so you don't have to request to Microsoft now?
That's how Azure VMs get transferred. Resources, any resource in the Azure. So they must have brought this thing. Well, I don't know how it will impact countries like India, China, where there are restrictions, even Singapore for that matter.
What kind of restrictions, sir?
Data should be within the same country.
Oh, so yeah, that's Germany also for sure. The EU
So
as a whole, where the GDPR doesn't allow them to send the data out, and that need to store in the same region. But
but one thing is good. What it will do, sorry to interrupt. Um,
no, no, go ahead.
we can create customers tenant. They can practice, and whenever ready for go live, they can bought the licenses and move on. And even for their whatever we create them for their sandbox testing, one
Mm-hmm.
month or 2 months trial.
Also,
From there, they
during
can
go live,
transfer.
okay, so after go live or before go live, they can kind of go there
Yeah.
that route. Okay, that sounds good. Yeah, but I knew this was possible, but you have to create a Microsoft support ticket and then they'll do it for you, because in some scenarios, uh, based on from where you created, they place it geographically near, but then the customer is on a different coast, so you need to request them to move them from East Coast to West Coast, and they will do it for you. But now if it's a self-service thing, then that's good. But let's see, as you are saying about the data privacy rules, how that will play with it. Okay. Analyze. Oh, this is under reporting and data analysis. In 2023, end user and data analysts can now easily access all their data from Power BI. Power BI? Was that a mistyping?
No, it should not be.
Whatever we was showing, trying a while ago, I guess this is that feature, or this is different. No, that's the same feature. Where is Power BI comes into the picture? Is there something more which we didn't saw? Mm, how much data can I analyze? Guys, we were talking about the data.
100,000
Analyst
rows.
100,000 rows. Analyst pages starting. Okay, so you can filter the data first in the list page and then get into analyze. Filtering step. And then, okay, but where is Power BI? As in, why it said Power BI in the title?
Maybe it's a mistake.
Maybe, yeah. While it's still allowing
So it
customers
says
to
ki
record
without
them.
going to the Power BI and Excel, you can do it here.
Yeah. Okay. But the title says if pivot data and analyze, and the summary also says it here. Okay. Business Central now run new telemetry events, performance or no data calls, copy paste readable hyperlinks. Hmm. Okay. What is it? Where, oh, on the title you'll see what kind of list you are watching. Is that it? Yes, Windows caption will automatically change. In the rich text editor such as Outlook, Microsoft Teams or chat to the project OneNote will display the meaningful hyperlink. Okay, that's something to be tried. Okay, let's go back here. Let's see, on the vendor, there are views. So if I change the view, this says vendor. If I says block vendor, change to block vendor. Now if I copy this, it saves to a supported application. It had one node, I guess, in there. So let me okay, try to paste it here and see what happens. Oh, it just gives some meaningful names. Okay. Hmm. What else for the users? As existing, yeah, this is something that will remove the whole page extension concept, it seems. Add
Yeah, it's
existing
not.
table fields. Go ahead.
I was just gonna
Add.
say I looked. This isn't there yet, which it says June, anyways.
Oh, June, yeah.
Yeah. I'm guessing when you personalize, you're gonna be able to see all the fields, is my guess, but I don't know.
That's great because I hate the design mode. I've said it so many times. I don't know why, but as in I know why, but I don't know why customers are using it because it's a nightmare. So if it can be done on the personalization, because that's the only difference between a personalization and a design. That
Right,
personalization will only allow you to add fields which are added in the page,
right.
in the code. But yeah, if they
This will
bring
also
this,
mean more. This will also bring in more customizations, right? If we want to hide certain columns for some users.
That's interesting. Yeah, if it shows you all the fields, then how you hide fields? Yeah, because if I don't want to show the fields, then what? That's the thing with, oh, but yeah, personalization was to make it simple. But then this will include that problem. Makes sense because design you can limit who can do the design and who cannot do the design. But same for personalization, I guess. But then personalization is something that I think should be enabled for everyone. But I pause the page, drag and drop, apply customization to specific to understand which fields are hidden on the page and which can be newly added on from the table. Apply the change for themselves or for anyone in a specific role. Okay, so this is coming in the personalization and on the profile uh, customization. But now I'm thinking what Sandeep sir is saying that if I don't want to show a field based on user rights, uh, yes, but then you can
Maybe
control
they
Sandeep sir
will.
that with a permission, right?
How I can have
On
a. I can't have a field level security. I can have a record level. I can filter the record.
but there was something. Let me see because this is something that we saw in some of the update that there is a property at the field level where you can say access by permission and it is added back in nav also. So if you give it a permission of let's say of table 50,000, right? Uh,
Hmm. Yeah.
then they can limit it, but then you can't change it on the Microsoft tables or Microsoft fields. That you can only do it on your fields. Microsoft field, if they have any, then that's good. Otherwise, you can't change that. Hmm. But yeah, that's an interesting one. I think how you limit if you have to. Okay. Drag and drop, we saw it. Sorry, we didn't like that. Action and navigation with keyboard. Yeah, there was some shortcuts for it now, it seems. Like this. Key tips, sequence, actions, access. What is the shortcut, guys? Every keystroke. And time to enter data into critical. Each keystroke and must count. Business Central of the familiar experience of 365, such as Excel and Word. Access keys quickly. Okay, let's see. Mm, I'm here, and if I would like to do a new, how you do it? Control N? Oh no, that opens the browser. Uh, Alt H? No, I don't know. I'll have to read through it. Alt key. It doesn't. It didn't work with the Alt key when I pressed the Alt key. Alt. Oh, okay. I'll have to release the Alt key. What are the shortcuts? JZ for the navigation list. This sounds complex, but let's try that. Uh, Alt E. No, Alt E. Okay, and then D. Okay,
Jeez.
and I. Okay, so I'll have to learn this. But is it part of the code or is just randomly generating those numbers for it or names for it? Maybe it's generating it randomly because Alt XR.
Go to the customer list and see if any of the letters carry over. Not sure if there's consistency. Looks
No,
like well, it looks like all was JZ, right? Last time.
yeah,
I'm not sure.
these are always, but yeah, these are
Uh,
changing. Like report is Q, but then inside report you see S here, right? But if you
yeah.
go to anything where there is a S thing, like maybe in the customer, which starts with you for some reason, you will see S here also. So it's generated at the runtime. It's not fixed, which is good if you look at it from that perspective, because otherwise we will overwrite what Microsoft is trying to do if there is a shortcut thing that nav had. Hmm. Okay, that's what it is. Out of optimize action bar and all pages tailor the action bar to fit your needs on document line. Oh, so yeah, this was disabled earlier that you can't just do actions. Now you can also do actions on the personalize, which is good. Sometimes people like to do that. I don't know how Microsoft is maintaining that data behind the scene, but if it is not in an extension format or in a code format, we have seen those problems with people coming from classic to RTC and then RTC to AL. That my personalization is gone. So now there's a copy detail, so you can copy the error and then add action to make it easier to problem solve. Do you want to reopen the order? The lines are locked because the sales order has been released. Reopen the order to edit the quantity. Oh, oh, so there will be a message now. Do you want to reopen this order? Oh, not just a message. You can actually reopen it from here. Nice. Okay, any other area we missed? As in, I'll have to go a little bit deep into it later. But define regional setting per report. Hmm. Now, how much change we have to do for it? We have added a new compiler property to give AL access to the property and set the metadata default value. A new pertinent property report setting table. Okay, and then report setting table have a feature now. Hmm. Sometimes dates and number are formatted, and therefore we have added admin to set formatting of the date and numeric types of report object on the tenant, and also added the ability for users to override these settings while running the report. Oh, is this available? I think so. No, it says April on public preview. But let's see, did they added a menu also on the reports? One more thing. This might not be the right report because this is not a report. Uh, Customer order summary. No, I don't see an option, but maybe that will get added later. Language. Oh, regional formatting. Oh, and that kills it. So they still are working on it, but how you will do it at the design level? Because the formatting is set at the while the report is being designed. So how it will override that? I understand what they are saying, but then how you change it by setting up this property is my confusion. Oh man. Okay. Not yet ready to bake in. This is interesting to see what developers will have to change in their code while they are building report. Because as of today, we set these regional setting on the layout. And can Microsoft overwrite it with just a selection on the reports request page? Okay. Undo transfer shipments. This is something that I'll have to read and then maybe we'll talk about this next week. This seems important. Undo shipment or the posted transfer shipment. Okay. You can't undo if item is reserved. You can't undo if there are receipt associated with the related transport line. Okay. Okay. Anything else before we end this today's meeting? For next week, any thoughts? I'm going to explore that data management thing or master data
Yeah,
management thing for sure.
yeah, that should be interesting. I don't
Okay,
know if
then.
I will have time, but we'll
That's
try.
okay. I'll play with it. We'll see what's possible, what's not, and then I'll set up a call, and then we'll meet next week. Then. Thank you. See you
Thanks.
next
Bye.
week.
Thank
Bye.
you.